everybody, and welcome back to Minecraft Create Mod! In the last episode, we created this giant, very impressive tree factory, where we have relatively unlimited amounts of that sweet, sweet oak log. And of course, we're going to be using that to make a colossal tree base. And in this episode, we're actually going to take a look at my plans for that tree base, because I've been teasing it for like all of the episodes before now. But before then, I'm gonna have to take a nap. You guys like my Preston Plays YouTuber voice? You know, if I really wanted engagement, I would do that all the time. I could. I'm sparing you of that. Because you're smarter than that. You're not a little child, I hope. You're here for inventions and really tepid jokes. I actually cut a lot of the humor in the editing process because they'll just be like I want to make this channel kind of family friendly. I could be doing stuff while I say this. I don't want to be swearing every third word, but also I feel like I've actually been a little too clean, you know, where it kind of lacks any personality, and I find that a little bit disrespectful to myself. Anyways, in this episode, we're going to be finally fulfilling my wish of getting a jetpack, because in a video or two ago, I don't even remember, we made a mechanical crafter setup, which means we are actually going to use this recipe to make a brass jetpack so I can actually fly, which is gonna make building exponentially easier. Hopefully I'm not peaking the mic a whole bunch. Like, I don't even know how the audio of these videos is until like I edit it. And then sometimes I'm like, hey guys, it's me, Forkbow, and I'm here to bass boost your ears off. And sometimes I'm like, everyone, it's me, Anyways, ranting aside, we got stuff to do today. Bonk. So I have this little deployer set up, and as you see in this clip I'm about to show you, it's so good for making andesite casing. It almost made me lose a bolt. But what we do need to do is use that to create a steam engine. So I need to cycle between small, large, propeller, alloy. Okay. And if this fails, I'm gonna start crying. I'm not joking. Because it's not really even expensive to make, it's just kind of a pain in the neck. So we have our plate, small, large, repeller, alloy. Repeat 3 times. It didn't fail, which means I don't have to start sobbing. And from there, it's over here. I forgot it was over here. It should be, in theory, as easy as slightly modifying this. I know you can just use the caps, but like, why would I do that when I can just left or right click them with a wrench? And I need a 3x3 and then 2 on the side. A piece de resistance. Just another cogwheel. Not like that, you stupid maggot. I'm forgetting. Oh, 1 alloy. Where did the alloy in my inventory just go? I wish I wasn't blind. Don't worry, that's not gonna offend any blind people. They won't see this. Guys, I finally did it! How do you make a tank? I assume it's one of these? So it's a fueling tank, which is sturdy sheets. That's not impossible, but it's gonna be a little bit more tedious. We could certainly make a filling tank to start off. Where is my Donkey Kong barrel blast? I already have barrels. Am I dense? My goodness! The filling tanks, it's just... Oh, it's copper bars, not copper sheets. But a fluid tank is 2 copper sheets. And then I just chug water to fill it. I wonder if there's a way to fill that automatically. I am concerned about the lava, though. I don't know how I'm going to do that in any time. Well, that's fun. How do you actually equip this, though? Do you just keep it in your inventory? I guess. I don't know. Let's try it out. Hey. Okay, yeah. So it just goes straight from there and... Okay. I'm learning. So... No, but I do also need fuel. Okay. Oh, and it refills with wood, which is awesome, because what do I have literally unlimited amounts of? None other. Gadget in the offhand and okay. Yo. Now this is true beauty. Observe as I probably actually enable it maybe. Oh yeah. I could even hide my backpack. Look at that groovy item. I can't go into third person. I forgot what I bound it to. And now we take flight. This is spectacular. What's not spectacular is that zombie. I'm gonna go to bed. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to get used to this. Huh. And it's only actually used fuel so far. Oh, wait, well, it's taken from the fluid tank. That is not my brightest moment, but at some point, once we get sturdy sheep production set up, we are definitely gonna have to take advantage of those fuel tanks. That's a netherite back tank. Because these aren't actually all that expensive. If I have lava, I just need powdered obsidian. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, you can actually move kind of fast with that. Oh, that's very nice. Do I take fall damage? I do. Okay. Duly noted. I will be careful about that. I could actually afford to get some armor. Because my other armor has almost completely broken. And we can use brass for that because it's pretty plentiful thanks to Create Crafts and Additions. So I can be fully dripped out. Oh, I already have a diamond helmet. Ooh, I am Iron Man. Look at me. Anyways, in this video, what I sort of plan to do, besides getting a amazing jetpack, I love that I got a jetpack. How much iron do we have, by the way? 717. That's not bad at all. I, of course, will need a stock ticker for that, though. Because I put it over there. So, unfortunately, Herb, I know what we're gonna do today. So before we get started, I do want to actually finally reveal my little sketch world of the tree base. So let's transition into that. Whoop! And here we are. Oh, it's half finished. I didn't know I never finished it. Well, anyway, here was sort of my sketch idea for what I want to build. I didn't finish fully, but sort of this like big gnarled tree. But here you can see I actually used multiple wood types, including mangrove, and that does give it very nice texture, but it also wouldn't look nearly as good if it was just plain oak. So at some point we're gonna have to be putting different kinds of trees in my tree farm. But my little idea for the interior here, if I can find the entrance, sort of this like little bit of a multi-tiered hobbit hole design, where we can enter here, very nice and pretty, and it's illuminated by glow berries because I'm eco-conscious. And then you can make your way up here. I'll probably put stairs here. And then you can go sort of into a main area. And then I was thinking up here, I could use it as a bit of a create workshop where I can have all of my little machines and such. And I'm not gonna like take a schematic from this because like I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get shroom lights or this much wood. And I also don't really like the idea of just schematic cannoning in an entire build. So I think I will just sort of reconstruct it using this as a little bit of a basis instead of just like the flat out what's going to be in my world. Another thing you might note is I need a lot of leaves for this. I can't really just have a tree base without leaves. So at some point I'm also going to have to add leaf harvesting to my tree farm, which is possible thanks to, I believe you can do it with, or no, you use harvesters, right? Cuckoo clock. Yeah, I think it's mechanical harvester. Here we are back in the main world that is not so flat. Now, I do want to get started on the tree base, and I might put down the foundation in this episode. And if I do, I am also gonna have to terraform quite a large area for that, so I might have to modify our drill. But what I really want to do this episode is make a proper farm, because I can't really just subsist off apples. And on top of that, I also want to add processing where I can have some of our wood go into smelter so that I can have charcoal, but I'm not sure. So it probably would be wise to actually pick a location for my tree base, and I could do it in this little flat-ish valley behind the tree farm. I think that could look good, actually. I think it has about the right terrain. I wouldn't have to terraform too much other than fill in that hole over there, and probably move that horse by force. And I still want to do something with this sky island here. But priority number two, but what I really want to do is create, he said it, he said create a crop farm. I want to plant wheat and possibly even turn some of the seeds that we get from that farm into oil. However, my issue with that is, unlike the tree farm, you don't really get more seeds than you plant if you empty them out. Because, like, you still kind of do. So it wouldn't be too much of a problem, but I feel like I would have to put in some system so that I don't just unload all of the seeds so it can keep replanting. I'd have to come up with a design for that. A trading depot. Because we could set up an automatic trading post. And that would give us something to do with all of those sticks. Infinite profit. But the issue with that is I don't know if I found a village yet in this world. Oh, there is one. There's just one over here. Okay, beautiful. I think I forgot about that. Let's go kidnapping, to say the least. Do I have... No, I just remember where my base is in relation to that village. It's also very visible on the map. So thanks to my jetpack, let's head over there. Whee! All the way over here. Hello, villagers. It's me, your beloved captor. Who would like to volunteer to be my victim? I mean, friend. I am just gonna bring them one at a time. This is awesome. And where am I gonna put this guy? I don't know yet. I probably should have prepared something beforehand. I guess I'll make a little pit for him for now. Be very good for me in that little pit there. Let's speedily construct this because I don't really have any grand plans. I'm just gonna make a building. Alright, that is gonna work for our villager house. I just need one big homeless shelter, basically. I don't think villagers should be able to go up there. The reason for the kind of wonky entrance exit is I don't want the villagers getting out. And I'm gonna need so many more beds. It was not gonna be enough. They need beds to make new villagers. So grab the guy that I kidnapped. Means I can exploit him more easily. Great, you live here now. How do I make a fletching table? Congratulations, you've been promoted. Where'd he go? You're a fletcher now. Now I can buy bows, and I have something to do with all that flame. Hang on, sir. I have something for you. My AFK emerald farm is insane. I could honestly even route it over with the chain drives to get the flint from there over here. If I just want unlimited emeralds, but actually gonna load this, come to think of it. Has to be precisely 26. Okay. That can still be obtained. It's just a little bit more of a pain in my neck. Smart shoot. You need an electron tube, a brush sheet, and a chute. I have all those. Oh, no, I don't have a sheet. Dude, this mod. Okay, smart shoot. Now I should be able to make this, right? Or whatever, I'll just try it with the smart shoot. Who cares? Who even cares? Not me. I can't care. Contractually. Okay, the problem was it wasn't a working hour, so he didn't want to do that. Beautiful. Unlimited emeralds in theory. Alright, my gosh, you can do that! I'm literally losing my mind! Exactly 26. Thanks. Go ahead and do that now. Okay, at least it'll be like multiples of 26, I think. I don't know, man. Alright, that's enough profit, I guess. We'll get more setups with this auto trader thing. And we should have a pretty steady stream of income. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna need a way to, like, actually transport flint so I don't just have a full backpack. Because that's not infinite, is it? So, I don't know. I guess it's just when he feels like it. I'm gonna go kidnap another villager. How did we run out of fuel? There was so much in here. Alright, now who's my next victim? Alright, you are coming with me. Let's go. Alright, you're gonna go ahead and take a nap there. I'm gonna go ahead and take a nap over there to get rid of all of these horrible monsters. Alright everyone. I should probably make sure my mic is working. Yes, it is. Alright everyone. I'm gonna be honest. I might be an idiot. I forgot what we were doing. It has been like a day and a half since the last clip. I've been busy. I'm so busy. I should not try to do a YouTube channel while I'm so busy. I forgot what I was gonna do today. There. So I think I'm gonna spend a little bit of time. If I remember correctly, I wanted to get more sapling types for my tree. So I'm gonna be trying to find that, which should be much easier thanks to my jetpack. So dark oak, spruce would both be nice. And then I'm going to see if I can figure out a way to plug those in to my tree farm. Unfortunately, not going to be especially easy to find. Oh, we do have mangrove over there. And then I need to make a food farm because I also need food. And that is why. And it looks like there might be some more tree types over there. So let's see if we can get some mangrove going. Do you grow them from propagules? Think so? I might actually have to look that up. Okay, I'll just grab a few more. I am a little afraid that this is going to ruin our tree farm, so we might have to set up something else if it proves to be a problem. Just because of how large and bulky and, like, alien these are compared to oak trees. What I definitely will do is get some spruce over there and dark oak. Block pallets! I love block pallets. Regular swamp, and it looks like a snowy biome over there, which could contain spruce. And a dark oak and spruce biome next to each other. Wonderful. I'm not going to be able to use my tree farm for that, because I have to have 4x4 of these trees, and that wouldn't really work. That's not really plug and play with my current setup, so unfortunately, I'm probably going to have to figure out something else, and a little bit less of a wide scale, because I do only need them for this one project, whereas the oak is helpful wherever and always. It would have been a really smart idea, actually, to have brought a mechanical saw, and I did, because I am so smart. And also a hand crank. Honestly, it might not even be a bad idea to just, like, hang around here and just chop down trees the old-fashioned way. Don't look. You looked at me funny. I'm not saying that's what'll happen to you if you don't subscribe. But I would get subscribing if you value your physical health. Well, it's not gonna be enough for a tree farm, but it's enough to take back home. And speaking of which, I also need spruce before I forget. I might need modified farms for every tree type because of how they're different than It probably really wouldn't be a problem if my roof was higher, but like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see with spruce. And we're home. That is so much easier. Thank you, Jetpack. And now I sleep. Also, I got the achievement Intro to Dropshipping, so our little emerald setup is it's going pretty well. I actually don't know what I'm gonna use the emeralds for yet. Villager trading hall in the future, hopefully. All right, well, let's break in here and see what we can alter here, because I already do have the roof fairly high for the sake of the taller oak trees that can grow, but we're gonna have to see if we can mangrove it up in here, or dark oak, or etc., because it's also not gonna replant them. So maybe I shouldn't put these down, because I would have to oh shoot, oh, I would have to stop it and like put in the new saplings at the sapling slot. And I don't really feel like doing that, so we're gonna have to figure out some alternative method. Something we could honestly do is have a little bone meal contraption with the deployer, and just have a hand always bone mealing one slot, and then having deployers replant, and then a sawing. I guess we could, but that would also be like a little lame maybe. How's our unlimited iron farm going? To almost 1,000. What? Okay, that's enough iron. That is enough. So let's stow some of this in here. And I don't know. Maybe I'm just going to have to make my own homegrown forest. But what we really need is food. So that's what I'm going to spend the rest of the episode on. And I need food. I need food that isn't apples because it's not efficient. So what I'm thinking about doing is using a pretty, another like little bit of an efficient thing. If I put the farm around here, what I can do is, well, I can have a radial chassis, I believe, spinning around, and then deployers deploying the seeds. Or you don't need to do that. No, the harvesters replant automatically, so you don't even need that. And then what we can have is we can have our output go somewhere over here closer to our storage, which is like whatever, our bread, probably bread. I can turn it into bread. And then we can have our seeds go into a little pulverizing machine, which can squish them into oil, which means that we can do something other than, well, we can fuel it with oil instead of this. And we can do that thanks to create crafts and additions, I believe. So we can have an oiled power generator, which will be a lot better once we expand this to a 3x3 as opposed to a 2x2 for even more power. However, the issue with that is it also isn't super consistent, much like this. It also does depend on the crop farm. So if I get unlucky and there just happens to be a little bit of a dry spell where crops aren't growing, then it'll stop. And we can fix this in two ways. One, we can either have it just be like a larger farm so we never run out of the sauce. Or two, we can craft something called biofuel, which is, we'll probably do both, but, or biomass, sorry. Yeah, biofuel. And we mix biomass, why? Okay, whatever. With sugar, cinder flour, biomass, biofuel. And it's my understanding, yes, it superheats blaze burner, which means that we can get even more power than if we used lava. And if I don't want to do that, I can also just simply pump in seed oil, which we just get from our little smushing system here. And then we combine that with sticks, which we have plenty of, or cactus, or leaves, or saplings, or whatever have you, to make biomass. And then we use the biomass to make biofuel. Bio. So I should probably get started on that. And are we going to have the power to support this, to be honest? I'm going to go ahead and grab our... I still have it over here. 71,000. These should be producing however many. And then 71,000, but most of that is coming from here. Okay, well, we're fine on fuel for the time being. So we can move this plot of land, and I'll be back with you once that's done. That could have been bad. Good thing I have my trusty jetpack. What? By the way, jump back in here with me for a second. Let me know in the comments what you want me to do with this little sky island, because I still have no idea. I could put a little factory on there. I could expand it. I could make a skyblock. I don't know. What do you think I should do? Leave me a comment, and I'll probably do it. I don't get that many comments. And by the way, while I'm thinking of it, thank you very much for 100 subscribers. That is like 100 ones. Can you think about that? You could always add an extra one to my little one pile. All right, let's make this farm after I take a nap. This should be a clear enough area. That was my little emerald farm going here. Almost almost 3 stacks of emerald. And I'm almost out of flint. Lovely. I am out of flint, rather. Well, I know just how to fix that. Always move that. But I think I'm probably gonna move that iron farm soon anyway, so I'll leave it. Okay. I don't think this place is lit up, come to think of it. I have Fulbright on, don't I? I haven't been lighting anything up. Well, it's alright. I've only actually built 2 things with interiors so far, but oops, I suppose. Anyway, what am I doing with my apples again? Am I just incinerating them? Because apples don't actually seem so bad right now. Indeed I am. What if I collected them? That's a crazy thought. What if instead of incinerating them, I actually collected them? Could I do that? I mean, not really. Because I think actually all I would take is like doing this, getting rid of that, filling this in with a block that matches because I'm not a complete scoundrel. And this isn't spinning. Carefully walk across here. Oak sapling stick, go through there. So what do I do with my apples? Because I do have to do something with them. So I need another filter, aren't I? How do you make one of those again? Anyway, let's take it one step at a time and get to work on this farm here. And dump off all of my dirt because I won't be needing it. So radial chassis, I believe. Nope. What's it called? I will need radial chassis. I need the thing that spins them though. Mechanical bearing is what it's called. And that is just casing, slab, shaft. Okay, that's easy. And I should only need one. Tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la. Mechanical bearing. Do I have glue? I swear I have glue. I do. Yeah, how else would I make this fit and have glue? Silly Disgov. How else would I make that if I didn't have glue? And we're gonna need like 100 mechanical harvesters. That's a lie. How many am I actually gonna need? I'll find out. Do these count to make... Yes, they do. Okay, wonderful. Just make a few of those. Probably... am I gonna want all of those? Probably. Let's get over here and plan this out. So... I don't know, that's roughly centered, I think. Or am I gonna want 2? I might want 2. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So we put our mechanical bearing on here. And then in every direction... 8... Probably 8 out? Is that gonna be wide enough? I wonder. Genuinely what I could do. Now stay with me. What if I did this, okay? This wasn't the plan, but I do have a lot of extra chassis, so stay with me. What if we double layered it? Stay with me! I know, stay with me. Can I spin them the other way, though? Is there enough room for that? Because then, with this, like, weirdo little C shape, if I make 16 harvesters... How many am I gonna need for this here? I get, like, advanced crafting. So I'm gonna need 16 case... 4 by 16. Dude, that's so easy. Why can't I do it in my head? 64. A full stack of alloy... and 32 sheets. Alright, well, let's get making that. Full stack of alloy! I can do it. It's fine. Don't worry about me. Oh, these are occupied. Uh-huh. I can use iron. It's fine. I've literally unlimited iron. What's the scallop? Alright, you, mixer boy. Mix me a man. Makes me a dream. And meanwhile, you're going to be smushing me. Many of those. And in the meantime, I'm going to use my remaining ones of these to make the casing. Thank you, Crate Mod. I can take a nap while those craft. It's all of those. Just gotta wait for these. Take a sip of coffee. I've had that coffee on my desk for like 30 minutes, just sitting there. Drop my phone. Hit my mic. Ruin the audio. Butte. And now we craft so many of these. All that for just 16. But it'll be worth it, because then we can stick these all here. And we made 2 more than I actually need. Okay. I mean, sure, that's fine. It's not like they're super expensive or anything. So I actually have 14 harvesters. Anyway, that's fine. I'm gonna need that dirt in hindsight. Well, I have some. But I'm gonna have to be careful gluing this together as well. Glue. 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 Good, I think. Pretty sure. Okay, and then... Well, no, because that's why I have to be careful, you see. Because I don't want to be gluing the dirt. Okay, and then... And then... Got the dirt. I'm gonna have to place this in a wide radius. So probably gonna need the storage dirt. Oh, brother. That is very close to the iron farm, but whatever. Fill all of this in. Is that it? I think so. And now I'm gonna have to figure out how to water all that. Expand in 4 blocks radiuses. Radii. Something like here. 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 And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Dot. Dot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dot. Okay. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So our water can go here as well. In the middle. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess it still can go here. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should do 1, 2, 3, 4 as well. And then probably just around here. Oh, it's the grays again. And gonna have to soak it up. The overly efficient wheat farm, I think is what I'll call this. And I guess I'm just gonna have to put that water in last. And if I'm correct, the water should just kind of go through the contraption, so we don't need to worry about that. I'm gonna go kill a bunch of grays. Actually, no, I'm not, because I am low on hunger. They're gonna shoot me in the back. Youch. 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 No thanks. Okay. Go in for it. Perish. Hey, what does this mean? I have to go to bed. It's really weird that I still haven't put on that mod that makes the days longer. Do not let me forget. Okay, everyone comment right now so you get the notification later. Put on the longer days mod. If you comment that, I will give you personally a kiss on the smooch. A smooch on the forehead. Oh shoot, what is going on there? Do you genuinely mind? It's not supposed to do that. Oh yeah, I forget what are, like, path finds, basically. Okay, I guess I have to be really particular about it. Don't I have an extra bucket? Oh yeah, it's full of lava. Because, fun fact, water has a sense of direction. It will automatically try to find nearby sources of water so it can flow into them. Which doesn't really make sense when it's not a pond. And it gets a little scary. I get scared of it. Anyway, I put those in the wrong place. So that's why I have these holes here, so that they flow exactly how I want them to. I'm aware if I powered this and put plows on the end, it would do this for me. However, I don't really want to make a bunch of plows right now because they're also not super one step to make. Therefore, I don't want to. Because I'll use them once and then probably never again because I don't really have a use for a lot of plows. I guess I could just take it from right here. Why not? Because it has to be slow, that's why. If it's too fast, it'll probably break a bunch of stuff.
One eternity later.
So that's why I can literally afford to turn literally all of the seeds into oil. And that is why I've made such a complex little thing here. Or, I wouldn't say complex, it's actually really quite simple. It's like painfully simple. Like I shouldn't be a little bit more intricate. Like I have to decorate it still. We're gonna need a lot of seeds, is the point. And I think I should probably also make both of these longer or make this more circular because we just straight up do not need the corners whatsoever. Guys, I played Pokemon Legends Z to A. It's actually like really good. Like the first like third of the game, I was pretty bored, I'm gonna be honest. But like once you actually get into the story is actually worth playing. The story in a Pokemon game is worth playing. Can you believe that? That does require you to read, and I fear most people on the internet can't. I just need more seeds. Okay. It's actually not too difficult. I can always do the old-fashioned way, and by the old-fashioned way, I mean like, I don't know. This is your grandma's seed collecting. So I'm definitely thinking that at some point I'm gonna have definitely a more compact base, more of a base rather than a yard. Or like, I don't know, because these, like, I want one structure that has all of my stuff, like a workshop with a lot of farms in it. And I am, to a degree, going to put that in my tree base. But then there's also stuff that use lava where I'm not certain I want to do that. I don't know, I can probably just make a basement to the tree, you know? But then in my little workshop in the actual trunk of the tree, that's where I'll have all of my mixers, my deployers, my squishers, my little like crafting stations basically. But then I'm also going to want to automate things that I use super frequently, like andesite alloy, which I should be able to do rather easily just by cobblestone and quartz, which you just need a cobblestone generator. You know, in Create, cobblestone is the root of everything. And cobblestone generators are really easy to make. If it wasn't for the infinite nature of cobblestone generators, you wouldn't be able to make half the stuff like fully automatic in Create. So that's where all the infinite energy comes from, is the cobblestone generators. No, I think it might be moving too fast. Beautiful. What if I just put it over here instead? Oh yeah, okay. It was just a spacing issue. And now every time it goes by, they should kiss. Now all we actually have to do... Here, make me some copper casings while I go sleep. Deployer. And then my iron bars, which are somewhere. I'm so sure I still have some. And then I can just make a couple item drains. Beautiful. What was I even looking for? I don't remember anymore. I'm gonna go do what I was doing. Okay, so this should just basically be able to roll across into here. And I'm gonna need another funnel for that, but that's fine. Okay, we got the brick. Actually, probably have the ingredients in here, come to think of it. This should work. Yippee! Wait. Oh, wrong way. Okay. And now that'll just, like, take a while, because it's only a... Yeah, whatever. That shouldn't be a problem normally, though. Are we gonna need like another extension over here? Another one of the power lines, basically. I mean, technically that does work for now, but I think I can do better. So what if I wanted a brown? I need more redstone. Okay, I'm gonna automate redstone. Next episode, I'm automating redstone. I always need redstone, and I just don't have it. So that just happened. Because it's actually not too bad. You make cinder flour by crushing netherrack, and you make netherrack by adding a healing potion onto cobblestone. Or you can duplicate it by mixing cinder flour. What? I think I'll just do the potion thing. Because if I'm doing potions anyway. No, but look. Huh. I don't know. I'll have to stew on that for a little bit. We're still working on this for now, though, so we're alright. And oh yeah. That's why I needed redstone, because I need brass funnels. Okay, see what we got, I might have to take the old miner back to the mining dimension. Underground. It'd be really cool if I had a mod with the mining dimension on. But it would also, like, kind of defeat the point of being, like, mostly create focused. But what have you? You don't care about that, right? Why would you click on a create video for, like, the create mod? That'd be stupid. Anyway, do I have coal? Because I might need some coal to get this jump started. I do. I have a little bit. I'm gonna use the washing before I go mining. Alright, well, I have just been watching YouTube for a long time. I forgot I was making a YouTube video. Anyways, to end off this video, let's go get some of that redstone we need to complete this contraption. And we'll finish that off, and then I'll be done. And then I'll edit this, and then I'll post it, and then it will be my first video in 2 weeks again. I know I need to be more consistent than that. I know. Hard, man, okay? Do a job worth 100 subscribers and no more. Once I start uploading more than once every blue moon, that's when I'll start actually thinking I should be getting views. I actually didn't think about how much easier mining would be with this jetpack. And then he got the redstone and didn't leave his drill somewhere underground and forget where it was. The end. End of video. I spent like seriously 3 hours looking for it. It was not entertaining.